Hello, hello. Nice to meet you through Techverse. I belong to Creative Lab UI team. My name is Kwang. In this session, we would like to share with you if you use a brand UI design system, it's easy and quick to make a great website. So far, how have you been creating website and managing the website? And are you able to ask the design team to create your websites in an optimized fashion? Are you able to utilize our creative system well? The maintenance and also the how to create is quite a big issues when it comes to website creations. And we have a brand UI design system which optimizes that process. And the components for the creations, we have a way to make it more efficient together with the LandPress development team. Not only designers, everyone can use the design systems to enable you to create and manage sites. I created the platform too as well. And through this unified design system, it is possible now to make a website that are very line friendly. And if it's a components that you use often with our system, the process of creation is optimized and make it more efficient, and the service in time becomes quicker as well. We not only provide a quick guide to make it user-friendly, users and components, we are providing templates, and we are providing that through LandPress. So there's no need to use professional expertise. Anybody can make line-friendly websites. And all the design necessity items like typographies is also a part of this system. So you can have a unified line-friendly design on your website. So now on to why we created this brand UI design system. Let me talk about it. Line before line.me address has a various addresses before that. You can use it to promote your services, and also you can use it to strengthen your brand equities. So there are multiple websites that these line websites offers with multiple personalities. As you know, global enterprises, in order to pass on their messages, we share the design language. Google, Apple, and also uh, uh, and Line also spend a lot of time to investigate it on design UI, and Line is managing that right now. But department by department and directions are different, and also designers working on each project are different. So I felt that there's no design uniformity in the various Line sites, and some of the websites are outdated too. And one great example is this representative color of Line, forest green. But you can see that even they call it a forest green, but has different shades of greens. Of course, the colors are being coded on the system, but that these differences in color shades comes from probably out of date, hasn't been updated. And also, all these icons are managed quite well, but on the Line sites, I couldn't find it anywhere. And besides design sites, and not only uh, designers, but various different related departments get together to create websites. Therefore, design system must be efficient, and we have to make it user-friendly for others than designers to be able to use it too. Usually, in order to create a website, a lot of people gather and go through multiple steps to create the end products. And it's a complex work process. Us, together with a Run UI system and a LandPress, you can simplify the whole process. And you can have a unified design language and also the time and the money to create the website is optimized. Therefore, also the designers and creators can focus on what they need to do. And this design language is unified across the globe. Therefore, we can contribute to nurturing Line's unique culture and also community building. So how can such a design system be made? How shall it be used? For those of you with children, probably you know Legos pretty well. My child loves dinosaurs and collecting Legos of a Jurassic World series. And Jurassic World is already out of a theater, but Lego keeps producing these series, so I keep buying them. Many people call Lego bricks as bricks. Although they depict different themes, but the essence are the same. They are Lego bricks. Similar for the Line design language too. In Line's mobile app, we have a design system called LDS. That stands for Line Design System. And with some of the well-known programming, core uses Line Design System. And often, there's a famous word for there's no need to invent wheels. So that's what this line design system is. All the necessity design elements are already built in. These elements, such as grids, color, typography, icons, and the line spacing and the borders, those are all preset. And many people access a website through PC, mobile phones, and tablets. Therefore, we must offer the contents in various different resolution and sizes and screen shapes. And we set the minimum resolution to 1280 and the content area to be 1200. And for mobiles, we offer a simplified design. And we make it not responsive type, but more adaptive type so that we can communicate our identity in a uniform fashion. And based on the brand's color, we are clarifying each purpose of different color coding. So based on the functions, you can optimize your design process by adhering to these templates guidelines. And next is typography. We are using line seed font and to maintain the line's identity in order to meet the multilingual supports. We are using system fonts, but there are some different issues with different sizes of each language. Therefore, we are deciding on for which language we need to use what size of fonts. That's already predetermined by us. And also, shape rounding round value is also another factor that influences style. So we offer the guideline for that. And the spacing also, in order to meet the multi-platform needs, we set the rules. And together with this information, you can optimize your collaboration with your engineers.
So Line is an icon you can utilize for Line. So I will not go into the details and detailed explanation. So sometimes a new requirement will be coming up onto you. Any other styles, or would you like to create new ones? Or can you challenge something else, something new? That's often popped up. So design system and systems might not be frequently utilized yet, let's look at the two sides. Left side is for the purpose of the provision of the information. They are administering site in much more detailed intervals. Right is for site for event. Left hand side seems to be based on the guide, and right one seems to be the one newly created. That's not the case. The typography and the colors, and also the other determined elements, they utilize the determined identity, but expression part is only different. So there is no line like one, because the root will be getting back to the identity of the line, and there is a summarized design system to make sure of it. So there are principal elements. You can utilize the principal elements, and considering the degree of importance, you will utilize a template and to make the design system user-friendly, developer-friendly. How we can came up the template? Let's talk about it. I referred to the foundation earlier. The common components will be created. As you can see here, the components, atoms, and organism up to the pages. There are five phases. As the graphic shows, there are multiple phases and steps. So based on the layout, you can create a structure and you can develop a template. The template has a consistency and expandable, so that ultimately it will become a web page as a final rendering. And together with the development of the front end, from foundation down to the template, all the structure will be based on the design, and the code is formatted to make sure of that consistency. So the code-based design can be on LandPress, so that it will be provided for others to be able to use it easily. In order to create a template, you need to have a components. How you can create a components? So you need to have a data first. As you can see, this is a typical list type you usually see on a website. So in a phase manner, how it's being prepared. So first phase is this. Basic components is shown like this. Images and the text are prepared, color set, and intervals and spacing. Those abstractive type of the elements are here. So now 12 noon o'clock. So you might be hungry. Now is lunchtime. You will be hungry, right? And we got all the materials to create the components. So let's make very delicious components from now on. So let's start cooking. This is the second phase. So laid out foundation will be combined to create one list. You use image and also text and title. And through various attributes, you will be creating some picture-based the draft. And is a predefined attributes. You can use it to make adjustment for verse 3 can be updated to the 16 versus 9 ratio for the image. Creation of the button or not, or let's make it a text type. It's up to your desirement, and through option easily you can make adjustment. Phase 3 is actually versus phase 2. It's more service-based. It's clarified. There should be clarified context. You create the title and you input the button. So through complicated process, you come up with the organism. So like this manner, you got the organism. So how you will create a template based on this? As you can see, for the blank portion, you can extract and put the organism as desired. So this template will be recorded and registered on LandPress. You can see the list. And this is something like accordion approach. Banners will be prepared, and you can get completed one page. So in this manner, structurally, you are going through the phases. Why? Because for template, there should be more flexibility so that you can make adjustment along the way. For example, pre-registered organism in a template, if you just use not a title but a list, and you have not determined the feeling like attributes. So sometimes there is a case you quickly try to prepare it like this manner. You test many different cases, and hopefully with much more flexibility, the people can should be able to use it. So those templates registered in LandPress, how it's being used. So let's take a look at the outline or grand viewpoint. Let's start with it. So in LandPress, you select a desired template. Then afterward, you input very high-level information about the related site. You can get a project for your own and generate the project. Let's get into that. So you can see the elements you can set there. You can see main pages and sub pages and the common header and the footer are here. So each element can be clicked. You get into it, and you will be getting into the screen where you can revise it or modify it. And the input area, you will be input information. You can use a text or you can use image too. And actually, you can adapt open data there. So like this manner, so far, if you will be having a preview and release, you can check actually website to be implemented. So easy, right? So by utilizing a design template, anybody can very quickly create the site. So currently, the site template, is part of the LandPress contents as a studio platform. There is a preparation process for the consistency, more convenient interfaces. Their preparation is underway that the various types of users should be able to use it. Work is still underway, and the transition is underway. So I'd like you to take the actual case, an example. There are a variety of projects, and let's create a web page you'd like to create. In this case, event page. You input the high-level information, then project will be up and running. Left-hand side, you can see the templates and compound too. You select one template. So let's select this template, or maybe you can make a modification for others. So these are alternatives, and it seems to be very cool. So let's create a web page by using this. This is a text column. You input text. So let's say here that event page, it's a simple one. There are no other additional special titles. Well, of course, you can change, make adjustment here. Let's say this one here, event page. So test should be quickly input. This is the event. So you would need to make adjustment for the dates too. In this manner, there is a structure available from template. So you can just do a modification within the determined areas. And also you save it. And for each device, how it will be rendered, previewed, and release will be there. And through URL, quickly you can review and check it, because of course it's for the internal use. Let's say that the creation of the website by using a web brand UI system, what kind of advantages you can get? First one, you can shorten the production period, leading to a reduction of the cost. So I have covered these points earlier. Number two, for the utilize a design system already verified, so you will be free from any anxieties about the quality level. All the verified elements are available, so you can just pick and choose required elements for your modification. Third one is your brand UI design system use require the latest version for the creation website, so you can maintain the latest version for the created ones. So because there is a brand UI system already, so you can update it by modification throughout. And finally, you can reduce the cost because you can focus on the contents, and very efficiently, you can work So high quality content, you can make a lot of concentration on that.
어떻게 쓰여졌을까요?
Then we can make it a template. How these templates are used, I'd like to show you some practical, specific use cases. Before going into examples, I would like to introduce to you more about LandPress. Because it's such an easy to use platform, many organizations, teams are already using LandPress to release sites. You can see that the usage rate is over 200% already just last year alone. That means that there are a lot of users. It's very easy to use. It saves your time. And also, our brand design UI system using the component together. There are many websites being created using those assets. As you can see, many internal departments are creating using these components to create their sites. And the top two websites, it took only 1 month because they used our components, not templates, to launch their website quickly. That's because all these features are already deployed in the development stage. So all the development phase time, they were able to speed up significantly. And also to the site announcement information also included in this website too. Everything was done very quickly. And same thing goes for this too. Everything specified. All you have to do is to adhere to the guidelines, and you can save a lot of time to create the new websites. We plan to create more and more templates with different functionalities to provide a line-friendly website with a unified line design language to strengthen our brand equity. And we hope that we can make this available for B2C as well. And this is something that we cannot share at the moment because it's an internal project. We are continuously investigating what the line's next style would be. Brand UI design system. By using that, anybody can create a line-friendly websites with lines unified design language. You can follow our design system, and together with LandPress, you can create good-looking websites very quickly. And we have a video to explain to you how those are done. So if you could please take a look, then I would like to take some questions. Thank you.
リュウさん、ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much, Mr. Conson Liu. Now, we would like to get the questions from the interviewer to ask more in depth about the presentation. And we would like to include some questions from the audience as well, as much as we can. So if you'd like to send us questions, please use the question icon at the bottom of your screen. And please feel free to send us questions. And this session's interviewer is Mr. Harumi Kondo from Yahoo Japan. Mr. Kondo, would you please briefly introduce yourself? Yes. Hello. I am a software engineer at Yahoo Japan. My name is Harumi Kondo. I'm also making CMS development for our internal use. And Line also, you are also creating a CMS and do your own contents management too. Mr. Ryu, thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you. So, Mr. Kondo, any questions to Mr. Ryu? Yes. In the presentation, you mentioned about when in order to create websites, one has to go through many different stages, processes. So at the moment, you're a brand UI design system. How many people are working in that department, and what type of professionals make up that team? And LandPress and design UI systems, those two components, are they managed by the same team? Brand UI system is handled by our team, and LandPress also has a different development team, but we work closely as a partner, and design teams and resource includes two designers. Two designers are using this design UI system, and another person is LandPress platform UI design, and including myself, four of us make up the team. And LandPress development planning, markup, there are about 20 in that team.
Oh, there are four. So very small team running there. So many things. I was surprised. So you said there are four members from outside. If there is a request to create a specific site from the outside? Yes, we receive such a request too. Line's DRS is the one. From other departments, there would be a request on the project. Through us, we receive a request. Based on the request, we proceed with the design. Aside from the design system, so this is additional work. In our case, we are a small team, but we also deal with the design system too. So always to team members, I'm so grateful. I understood. So if I move on to the next question, so it's related to the earlier question. I cover CMS, and what components we create will be, for example, if the user would look at the website from business side, there will be information we'd like to provide. Based on such specification, we decide on the development. In a brand UI system, how would you determining in that work?
같은 경우는
Yes. For us, through the projects or by researching various line websites to find common components. That's what we create first, try to establish first, and using those to make expansion. And through using such components. Sometimes new creations made. So those we include in our system and further expand. Components are the keys.
なるほど。その作るコンポーネント
So those components that you create, how do you research? How do you find those components to use? For us, I mean, we are looking at websites all the time, always looking for the commonality, the component that we can utilize. And also on other sites, if we were to apply it in a similar fashion, use it in the same way, and we are making a list of what are the common components that are used in terms of frequency, and we're always adding up.
ユーザーとしてありがたい。
I see. That is very much hard work for users, but users will be grateful for that. Yeah, actually, we are also listing them up too. Yes, then, so implementation, you referred to the function to create templates, right? So when you are creating templates, atoms, molecules, and organisms, you utilize the three elements as a components to create it. So created the templates, any users should be able to create it? Yes, that's true. True. So there is a prepared design component as well as the design guide, and also there is a third one, that the template too. So you can utilize the components. Professional designers can use it, and also for the creation of the templates, anyone not having development detailed knowledge, the general users should be able to use it too. That's the intent. So when you are in a hurry to create a website but would like to maintain the identity of line, related departments, including marketing departments and business departments, want to use it. But by using our template, they quickly prepare it.
そうか。
I see. So if that's the case, let's say one end user, let's say an end user creates a template, and that template on the LandPress, other users can utilize this too. So is it shared? Is it shared? Of course, yes. As I mentioned, enter simple information to do the previews or when you made a release. It creates internal use URL. All you have to do is share that URL. But from inside to go outside, there's always a security issue, so you need to get approval. Us, through LandPress, we have created a website, very simple website to share documents. So no issues for internal use.
わかりました。
I see. So we received comments from the audience, which I'd like to share their comments. Yes, for LandPress, is this a service that individuals can also use it? That's one question. For LandPress, this is internal platform. So all the line-related members can use it. So as in the individual wish in their way, you can create a desired site. But external users cannot access to it. So B2B, we'd like to expand it into the B2B so that to address that needs too.
それが実現
I see. Once that becomes available, general user, they'll be very happy because they can really have a great access to good products. Yes, yes. I agree. Let me ask you a question from a different angle. A brand UI design system and together with LandPress, anyone, non-designers, like engineers, can create a nice website. How about H1 HTML text codes. Unless you have that knowledge with mixing and matching, perhaps that the website may not be optimized for SEOs. How can you overcome the difficulties? Our design system and our components has already pre-organized various different elements. So using that to create templates, and the templates becomes a part of LandPress platform. So general users in a templates screen, in Notion, you create the text from the beginning. But in our case, everything is prepared. So all you have to do is fill between the lines. And you can delete unnecessary components, and you can also add components. That's a way to use it. So you can mitigate the risk that goes outside unified design. And there are various different use cases. It's more flexible. And also, we are continuously repeating the test.
はい。
I understood. Yes. So changing gear shift a bit for brand design system LandPress, you created a site. You don't have to utilize the code and adjust the code, but the user link click or the departure or which areas a user have looked at, those heat map or behavior related log, can you get it? Oh, this is something like web log. No, there is no such thing as a LandPress. After the creation of the site, additionally, Google Analysis can be incorporated to serve that purpose. Yes, as you have just said, that we'd like to have such a setting so that in future you can select it. Indeed, right. So if there is such a additional functionality, then general users on their created site can control over conversion and other data. Yes, this is a very pleasing factor and function too. If I may move on to the next question. So we are talking about the brand UI design system in the preparation for it. So one merit is that to reduce the time on a high level. In the creation of such a system, what were the biggest challenge you have experienced? So in preparation for the design system, the biggest pain point is a lack of resources. We have a limited number of people. We created the design system. We needed to move ahead with the project too. So throughout the year, it was not possible to only concentrate only on the design system. That's the hardest thing for us. But our team members, as friends, worked together. So I am so grateful to them.
That's all. I see. Thank you very much for your answer. So, this will be my last question. What are the current issues of the brand UI design system, and what kind of direction are you aiming in future? We do have our goal, our aim, one more. Offering various different styles to expand our templates. We would like to make it even more commercial, something more user-friendly with the values. We would like to advance brand UI appearance. Line has various different elements within its design system. We would like to understand the future direction and try to express it well in various websites. And next year, we're planning to launch a brand's concept site. That's what we are planning to do. Thank you.